Ah? Uh... Hello, everyone, to the stream. So let me just quickly get chat up. So today we're gonna be doing Sorry, let me So today we're gonna be doing some just playing some Genshin and then some reactions. And the videos I would have watched today are from is Maxwell's newest video, which released yesterday. It's a Halloween one, so we'll watch that one. So I'm actually kind of curious to see what the heck that is even about. And Ashikai's doing a video about, and the thumbnail has Arlecchino being a Hilichul, which I'll explain my thoughts when I'm about to watch it, but yeah. Meow meow. You can see the thing over there. Oh, the music's so good. Yeah. I was gonna chill here for a second. I have no keys, god damn it. See the thing over there. Oh, hello. Okay, let's do by commissions. Oh my god, not this one. That's fine. Espresso, just 2 coffees. Easy. Is that really what an espresso is? Just 2 coffees, no milk? Is that really what it is? I actually have no idea, I don't drink coffee. Who has it? Oh! Menthe! There you go. Oh, I got some cake! Oh, that's why you're having the coffee, because you're falling asleep. Thank you for the 10 primos, I appreciate it. Thank you for business. Man, I cannot wait for Friday. Because what I've got to do because with the like announcements, with the Star Out announcements and the Genshin 4.2 announcement and the Star Out 1.5 announcement, what they've done now is they've made it so the Star Out announcement starts first, but straight after that, the Genshin 4.2 one starts, like, straight away. So I'm like, I don't really want to do them 2 in a row, so I'm thinking doing the Genshin one on Friday. And on Saturday watching the Star Rail one. Because I feel like... and plus, like, I'm not... I have to release one day in the... another on the next day anyway, so might as well just spread them out anyway. Because I also want to make breaking down the 4.2 trailer. Bro. Jesus! Which I cannot wait to watch, because I feel like it's going to be pretty cool. Because I feel like the best trailer for Fontaine so far is 4.1. That trailer went so hard. But I'm hoping I'm hoping that the 4.2 one is better, because to be honest, I cannot wait to see what Frina can do. 1 in the story, and 2 just as a playable character in general. So I cannot wait to see her moveset. But I'm definitely gonna be making a video on Farina. Well, pulling for Farina anyway. Can you just... Oh, I've done my commissions already. Jeez, that went quick. I was just talking, so I didn't really realize. Did I really do 4 commissions? I feel like I only did 3. What the fuck?
Add Astra. Thank you for
And today,
Add Astra
me putting for Zilla
Adasast.
is going to be released today, so it's not a great video, but hey, I want to release it anyway, because hey, I won the 50-50. But 2, just to fill up the gap, because there's going to be a big gap between now, well, between the Honkai video and 4.2 announcement. So I want to release it today, just so there's not a huge gap, you know? All my items are forged. Let's do that. But yeah, 4.2. I just cannot wait. And I cannot wait to pull for Frida. And bro, oh my god, Act 5. I wonder if they're gonna do like an Act 5, Act 6. Did they say how many acts are gonna be? I mean, obviously, like, for what, like, scenario, it was a 5 to 6 hour act for 5. But I wonder if they're gonna split it up. Gotta be honest, kind of hoping they do split it up. Or if, let's say, Act 5 goes for 5 to 6 hours, right? I'm gonna split it into 2 parts for me. Because my computer doesn't have the storage space to hold, a whole 5 to 6 hour video. It does not have the storage capacity for that. Definitely since the editor I use fucking just drains the storage, which is so irritating, but something I know how to use, so. But, it's like, god damn it, man. Then we unlock this on interactive map. But alright, let's go. Oh wait, no, wrong thing. Oh yeah, I'm so sorry, Charlotte. I forgot Charlotte was going to be. I'm hoping. Okay, that's the one thing I'm hoping for, is that Charlotte is going to be on Farina's banner, because I know sometimes they put, let's say, Farina's in the first half. They sometimes put the 4-star into the second half. Yep, it was that one. It was that pin. So I'm really hoping that to go. If they're not, I'm just hoping I want the character on the second banner as well. You know. Because I want Charlotte. I wanted Charlotte ever since 3.7. Yeah, 3.7. So. I've never seen it. I've never seen this before. What the hell? Alright. Come on! Sprint! Oh my god. I got caught on something. Come on, come on, come on. Yes! You see now? I need a crit rate item for both Star Rail and Genshin. Like for Genshin, I need it for Kuching, and for Star Rail, I need it for Xena because I kind of just been like auto playing some artifacts, and I got some decent ones, two decent ones. But now all I need, like one of the main ones I want now, is crit rate, because her crit rate is still quite low. You know. It's like 80% crit rate, so want to up that, you know? Same with Kuching, her crit rate's like 25 or some shit. No, you bastard. So. I do want to see if, depends how long it is. Do the quest we can get Paimon's savings? Let me see what it is. Paimon's food fund. I want to get that. I know it's a consumable, but I'm not going to use it. But if I'm going to, I want to search up how. Let's search up how long villain's story quest is. Genshin villain quest. Oh, it's not long at all. I don't think it's too long. We can do that today. Let's do that today. Why not? I feel like we're gonna run out of things to do today in Genshin after doing this. So, yeah, let's do that. I'm interested to see. I really want that. I really want it. So. Man, so I'm just really excited for Friday. Holy shit! I've kind of got my rotations down with this domain. Because I've done this domain so much.
Now disappear.
Wow, that's the most even. That's the greatest. Probably not.
Are you here to play with me?
Spring forth.
Let me amuse myself.
I have Ryan now. Shit.
Let's get this show on the road.
Over here.
Wait.
Step right up. Scatter.
Now you shall perish.
Where did the Traveler's ult go? Wait, what?
Here comes the finale.
Wait, did it do Barbara? Bro, what the hell? I'm so lost, but.
Over here.
Okay, that arrow didn't even fire. I swear to God.
And voila.
Let me amuse myself a little. Illusion shattered.
Bro, but I'm getting Linny's ult, like, a lot.
Now disappear.
Like, a lot. Like, it just kept coming back. I've never. Like, there. I want to try the domain again, but I'm so confused. I'm very confused, actually. How much does level? I thank you, KJ and X for a follow. Yo. All right, let's. How much does a crit rate artifact go up to? How much crit rate? Do I have crit rate on Lenny? No, I don't. Do I have it on you? That is it. KJ, it's okay. You don't it's all good. I actually kind of want to enhance this. Let's see what it goes into. And plus I want to know how much crit rate I get as well, technically, so... I'm only doing this so I know how much crit rate I get. I could technically look it up, but... Thank you! Thank God I went to crit damage. Guess it goes up to 32? 32 or 33. I was wrong, goes to 31. So 31.1. Actually, let's see her. Oh yeah, guys. 31.1. That'll take it to 62.7. Ah, that's actually a lot better than I thought. So 62.7. Wait a second. Around 60 then. Around 60. Can we get any technically better artifact? I feel like we can, right? Like this one, we could definitely get more crit rate. Oh no, this is, oh yeah. This is definitely can be better. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like these are... Yeah, so we need like a goblet, a better goblet, but needs to be electro damage. And yeah, we need crit rate on this. I've been farming for Kuchi for so long at this point.
Let's dance.
For so long. As Barber's ult. Okay, I have this.
There you are, eavesdropper.
Can you say ult, but it's an E?
Over here.
There is no escape.
A round of applause.
Barrier. Over here.
Step right up.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Over here. Let me amuse you.
Illusion shattered.
Barrier. Let me amuse myself.
Oh my god! Wait, I wasn't sprinting. We're dodging. What the fuck you wanna
Over
do?
here. Worked up.
Bro,
Here
he's
comes
still
the
not dead.
finale.
You really know how to get me going.
Why are you coming over to me? Why aren't you getting taunted? Excuse me.
Let me amuse myself a little.
I ain't
There is
definitely
no
getting you back to the team. Oh my god. That is a plus.
The more, the merrier.
Step right up.
Bro,
Let
okay.
me amuse myself a little. Over here. Look at me.
Okay, we definitely get Yomiya back. Oh my god. Let's get Yomiya back. Let me just see. Okay. So see if a scream was all good. Yomiya.
Let's go out and play.
There we go.
Let's dance.
Yo there, buddy! Alright.
Here to play with me.
Spring
No.
Let me amuse myself.
Literally not.
Let's get this show on the road.
Oh, you.
The merrier. Let me amuse myself a little.
Oh my lord.
Let me amuse myself.
Let's
You really know how to get me
Now
going.
disappear.
The merrier.
A round of applause. Step right up.
Let me amuse myself a little.
La, 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 la.
There we go.
Go, Barbara, go.
Barbara, go. Bruh, what the hell? Like, don't tell me. Oh, if that was an off-piece sand, I was gonna be so pissed. I'd be so annoyed. Sorry, let me just make a community post. There we go. Alright, let's go. After this, we'll start that quest.
Go, Barbara, go!
This mouse. My mouse is breaking.
And voila!
Holy jeez!
Let me amuse
What? Oh my god! This. Okay. I was wondering what was happening.
Here comes the finale. Step right up.
Blink! Let me amuse myself a little. Over here! Blink, over here!
How are you still not dead?
And voila!
Worked up.
Good on.
Shine no longer.
Uh-oh.
Let me amuse myself a little.
Let's get this show on the road.
I didn't really know where she was.
Now disappear.
I barely even knew where she was. Okay. Let's do that villain's quest now, shall we? Where is... Okay, it's not one of these, is it? One of these big ones? Where do you start it? Yeah, you got 15,000 more from it. It's useless. Literally useless. Okay, let's see. Yeah, where is it? Oh, where is that? Oh, it's over here. Ah, shit. Alright. We're going over there, boys! Going over there.
Scatter!
Oh, god damn it. Don't see anything annoying.
Step right up.
Okay.
I wonder if this chest is some kind of trick.
Oh! What the hell? Hey, let me mark that on the map then. I like to mark them on the map now just so I know which ones I've gotten. You know. Okay, that was that one there. Okay. Oh, there it is, over there. Look at them chilling, bro. Look at them chilling. Oh my god. Oh yeah, it shows it on the map. Okay. You're gonna cheap him? What's this? Learn 180 furnishing. Jesus, okay. That's a lot. Oh.
And voila!
The hunter becomes the hunted.
Jesus, that was loud. Oh, okay, here it is. Oh, I thought they were for TUI agents. Oh my god. Wait. What does calling someone a ley line mean? Wait, what? Yeah. Oh. Bro, what the fuck? A new tide? You can't decide when a new tide happened. What the fuck? Not always. Do I get a vote? And Paimon too. Well, okay, I'm just gonna read what the Traveler in Paimon says. Just letting everyone know, I'm only gonna read what the Traveler in Paimon says. True. Trendy flyer. No, it's actually 3. I mean, if you count Paimon, it's 3. We're the voting buyers. Someone help me vote for letting the kid go. Quit pestering us. No more missing. Nice travel for you. Yeah. Unless on the side of majority rule, or should be letting our fist do the talking. Oh shit. He's like the more nicer one out of the two, but for him that's annoying as fuck. Well, to finally gone, those two are so weird. Oh, are you okay, kid? Call me Paimon, and this is Traveler, yeah. You can take us right now. You can take us right now. Oh, do you want us to help you? By the way, your feet are going into the ground. Alright. Wait up! Oh, she's good. Why is she in such a hurry? So let's help her. It's too dangerous for the kid to be out there all alone. Out there alone. What if she can't find her brother? She doesn't seem to want to involve us. Must be because she doesn't have money. She knows hiring adventurers costs a lot of more, but those guys won't let her off the hook this easily, so we have to help. So how about Paimon pays your fee? You can take her for Paimon's food fund! Yeah! Have you asked the food fund first? Paimon did. It said, please, use me how you see fit. I don't ever remember saying that. Hey, you're not Paimon's food fund. I mean, technically we are. Well, you're not just that. Jesus, Paimon. Paimon will fund your food supply once she gets rich. But first, let's stop making jokes. The girl needs our help. We'll just go to the child boss fight, and we'll just take some more from there, obviously. Obviously, that's how we do it. Alright, staying loyal to your friends is how the world works after all. Hehe, Paimon no. You're already planning to help, weren't you? Let's hurry up and catch up before she gets too far away. Wait, I just want to see, do we have the food fund? No, I guess you get it after the quest. I was gonna make a joke that if you got it, I was just gonna leave. Damn it. Discuss with Blanche. Can I get this first? Alright. Okay, let me quickly mark that on the map. Man, this one's far away from everything. This one's far away from everything. Where is she? Oh, she's sitting down. Is this her house or something? Maybe. Hey there, kiddo. Why are you sitting here? Hey, good Barry. We're here to help you find your brother. Don't worry, we won't charge you. We just can't stand idly by when someone needs our help. You're worried about your brother being a treasure hoarder? Are you worried that we might be treasure hoarders? Oh yeah, true, so he was one. I know how you feel. I'm also looking for my family. Yeah. That's why finding a brother should be our first priority. Aww. Sweet. Yeah, we'll find your brother first, and then we'll ask him what happened. See, there's no worry. There's nothing to worry about. We're the ideal people to help you. Just leave it to us. Okay. A month. I've read this because it's saying what happened. A month or so ago, my brother happened to acquire a potion formula that could be very valuable. It's said to be the work of the Fontaine Research Institute, and also known as pure water. After the institute exploded, many things were scattered in the wilderness, and my brother often roamed around that area. That's how he picked it up. How he came across it by himself? Oh, sneaky. Sneaky. No wonder what those two treasure hoards were looking for him. But why are all of you here? Are there any leads? Ah. And then he disappeared? Don't worry, we'll find him. Speaking of which, what's your brother's name, Blanche? Huh? That's even. Hmm. That name's a bit of a surprise, but not really. Anyway, let's try calling out to him from around here. Hey, Tricky Bullfruit. What is that name? Where are you? Tricky Bullfruit, your sister is looking for you. Oh god. Oh my god, they're scattered everywhere. Oh my god. Squeaky can hear us. Makes sense. So, Paimon, prove that we're not the only ones looking for him. What was that? Did you hear that? Paimon heard something. Me too. Yeah, me too. Let's look up. I was certain someone's hiding nearby. Someone can't hide properly, apparently. Nah, shorties. Ooh. Oh, in the bushes? Okay. What? Oh, you can go out further, so maybe it's up here. What? Where is... Am I just dumb? What? It sounded like it came from the roof though, didn't it? That's a small house, you're saying. What the hell, man? What the hell? Hey, Anna, did someone say something? Are you hiding inside? It doesn't seem like it. Oh. Yeah, Pad? Oh, that was that guy? What the oh my god. It's like saying, is anyone in there? And they go, no, no one's in here. It's like, bro. Yeah, Pad thinks so too. Seriously. Wait, you? Who are you? You said something again. Oh? Huh? Wait, you're Tricky Bullfruit, aren't you? Stop this act right now. Your sister's rode to death. Try opening the door. Oh, it's because he's hiding from someone. So he's saying, oh, it's someone using his voice. So if someone hears him, then think it's not him. You push the door, but the door pushes back. You were hoping that it would open its heart to, but the lock rejected you. He's just acting like a kid. Just hand us the key already. Shall I show you how violence opens the all doors? So, what world again? What are you talking about? I have no idea what he's talking about. What do you think? Do you believe that you know better than us when it comes to other world? It's possible. Hmm. In that case, what's your objective? How do you think the guy we were looking for was such a big troublemaker? Ah. Well, you can't even guarantee that. Can you at least tell us how we're supposed to help you there? And no bad stuff. You can't. We don't do that. Did you steal a spoon from your mom? Oh my god. I don't know. As a baby, I don't even know anymore. Pure Paimon. I said pure Paimon. Pure Pinecone. Paimon has never heard of those. I never asked that, but sure. Yeah. I asked it now. Now Paimon remembers the pioneer feature of Fontaine Research Institute. Did he... Oh, so others have... So others have been to do that... Oh my god, I can't read. Others have been to that world too, have they? Paimon was a little skeptical about the truth of his words, but what he said matches what Blanche said has told us. The cabin is where the pioneer used to live, in seclusion. Don't say things like that. We've already decided to help you, right? Well, in for one more. In for a lot. Well, in for one more. In for a lot. An adventure to another world would be quite interesting. That's our greatest adventure for ya. Yeah. What a test. You didn't say anything about that don't you trust us? Huh? You can see me? Huh? I've never heard this OST before. I've never heard this OST before. Oh, I can control that. Water is just hydro. There's nothing difficult for... That's nothing difficult for Jaden. Yeah. For Traveler, yeah. I can use hydro powers. Like... Bruh. I got Barbara. I did it! I did it. Sure. Thank you, I guess. Thank you. See, Power said there was nothing to worry about. Five? Alright, we've got it. Seriously, why do you have to do something against Trevor searching for pine cones? Wait, the cabins? Wait. Don't go too far, Blanche. Don't leave our sight. Wait, is the house speaking? Wait. Wait. Is the house speaking? Wait, what the hell? I just realized, what the fuck? That's weird. That's just a pine cone. Nice. We have to hit the tree? It's just normal pine cones. These are literally just normal. Oh, there's another one. That's two. Oh, hello.
Propagate!
Oh my god, I got two.
Fuse is lit!
Pyro. This is not gonna go well.
Germinate!
Let the show begin.
Here comes the finale. Step right up.
Alright, good. Bro, where are the pine cones? You don't look happy. Oh, there's another one. Oh, damn it. Okay, god damn it, okay. Okay. Blanche, how many pie cones have you found? We got 3 over here. You have 3 at Blanche, so that makes 4. 5 minus 4 equals 1! Yeah, pie 1. Nice. Good work, pie 1. Good work. So we only need 1 last pine cone. But there doesn't seem to be any nearby. What should we do? Should we ask the captain about it? That guy doesn't seem that easy to trick. What are you doing here again? What happened to maintaining a sense of distance? Oh my god. But how did you know we were looking for pine cones? He eavesdropped, obviously. You've been eavesdropping. God damn it, Paimon. God damn it, Paimon. Of the fruity order. Think you could make a better name for that order. Are you all fruity? Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, sorry, but okay, Paimon really did draw the attention of your brother's enemies. Or maybe I could take the pine cones from you. You wouldn't believe us, even if he told you. It's not something an ordinary person would understand. Alright then, if you don't mind being scared to death, the cabin isn't human. This concerns another world. Hear that? Unbelievable. How could there be another world? Palmer bets that's what you're thinking right now. Wait, the new tide is a world too? Have you been there? Bro, this new word of speech, ley lines, is so weird. Like, discover your ley line thoughts. Like, bro, what? Bro. For a person so full of nonsense, you're really good at accepting new things. Anyway, we've told you what you want and now it's time to hand over the pine cones. You've already made our show... We already made our show of goodwill, don't push it. Didn't you say your boss was super mad? Ruthless Calla Lily. Jesus. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? What? What the fuck? What will your boss think when he finds out? This is also a betrayal, isn't it? If what you said is true, then everything looks fine. Punisher's afraid that you're lying. Where did your companion go then? Where is... what's his name? Wolfhook? Did you fire him because he didn't help you the last time? Oh, that was that... yeah, that was the woman we saw before. That hood. She was wearing a hood. She was wearing a hood. Alright, we'll trust you this one time. Hey, you just said that you wouldn't carry these things with you. Probably wouldn't do that unless you're hiding more in your hair or something. Oh god, he's already captured. Well, that didn't last long. Cabin, hey Cabin, we've got your pure pine cones. Knock on the door. That's strange. Why is he responding? The guy didn't just leave on his own, right? Oh, that sounded like it came from behind the cabin. Wait, so there is a guy in there? Wait, I'm so confused. I thought the cabin was talking. I thought the cabin was talking. Hello, are you the one who said that, Mr. Big Wine Barrel? You're obviously a wine barrel. You look nothing like a cucumber. A cucumber. What is going on? Gotta be honest, what the hell is going on? What the hell? Oh, so it's another one of you. Your world has quite a few apostles, huh? Anyway, we found the pine cones, but how do we pass them to you? And then Cameron promised us to leave a key. I'm sure it mentioned that to you, right? The people of your world are so strange, and you're so good with words. And let's put the pine cones in. Okay. Huh. Huh. They should be placed here. Oh, look at them. Got more symbol behind. Got the triquinton symbol behind. Got the triquinton symbol behind it. So the message greed from the Pycones is the key. That really is something. Yeah, that is something. But where's the entrance? Hey, it was just a tiny lapse of memory. A tiny one. Never mind that. Let's go get our key. Alright. Oh. Where's the oh. Oh, there's that. Oh, there's the time. Luca pulls out the alcohol and quickly fills the container. You have obtained the key. Of course it has to be white as well. Of course it has to be white. Oh my god, man. Ugh. What a strange rule. We need to think about this carefully. The two of us will suffice. It's alright. Even the big Crucible said that world welcomes knights. We'll be fine, but it may be more dangerous with you there. No buts. Ask the big thing. I don't even know. You're still worried about us. Crucible does not respond. It stares blanking at the sky, or perhaps it's staring at the world or at you. Who knows? Either way, Crucible offers no response. It left already. Isn't it a little too soon? Fine. Anyway, Paimon is sure your brother wouldn't want to see you in danger, Blanche. So just wait here for our return. Okay? Okay. You've been amazing, Blanche. Just leave the rest to us. I'm not going to read that. It's no point. Blanche goes even better than she claimed. You have a nice rest. You have a nice rest nearby. In the blink of an eye, the right time arrives. The sun is setting. It's almost time to advance into another world. You're so nice. You should look for a safe place. I think so too. There are still treasure hoards lurking around after all. So you should be careful. Thanks. What kind of place we'll find ourselves in? Palmer's getting excited. Then take the key out and drink it. Okay, I think we're back. I think we are back. Uh... Okay, I think we're fine. I hope we're fine. Okay, let's continue the quest. If my internet goes out again, and if I haven't finished the quest, I'll just record the rest of the quest. And I'll record me reacting to Ashikai and why have I got his name? Whoa, I forgot his name. What the hell? Why have I? Why have I? Mugen! Oh my god. I knew it started with M. Bro, what the hell? I'm sorry, what the hell? I don't know why I had such a mind blank. Okay, let's continue. God, I hate the internet. I hate my internet. Okay, let's go. Oh yeah, we have to drink it. Oh, there we go. You pull open the tiny opening and leap inside. Only darkness awaits below. You fall in the darkness until you finally hear a splash. Coldness, dampness, stiffness, and dizziness assault you, but your consciousness begins to drift away. Like ash and coral, you quickly sink into the lifeless depths of the ocean. Some time passes, then you hear a soft voice. Parva's so dizzy, it feels like she's been sleeping for ages. Well, it's so dark here and so wet. Did we fall into water? Traveler, you're right. Parva's got your head and it's cold. So cold, come on. Schwarm it up for you. Thank you, Parva. I'm fine. Aww. Sweet. Have you arrived in the world of intense purity? Why is it so dark and cold and damp here? It isn't the white, bright and warm world that Paimon imagined at all. Hey, so I was singing. Is anyone there? Not good. Is this the world of intense purity? Well, what we were to see? Wait, how do you know all this? Who are you? This is the brother, right? Oh, it's the Crucible. Right, Tricky Wolfrey, your brother's brother, your tail, where the heck are we? So we're actually inside the wine barrel? Wait, what the fuck? What ingredient? Your place turns into an ingredient? Wait, what? What the fuck? How could you sneaky little snake? And you think that we actually helping Blanche look out for you. And now you gotta treat us like that formula? Bro, what the fuck? The real assassins, you've misunderstood. The real assassins are still out there. What the fuck? Wait, what? How does he think we're the assassins? Oh, I didn't even see the name. Oh, you're the brother. What we say was Street Blanche will corroborate it, and even if we met one of your, which is the hunting you. Wait, where did she go? Was she in cahoots with you? Did she deceive us too? So you use that against her? You're not as good as you're not any better. Then you'll know the answer when she wakes up. We're really not here to hunt you down. Why aren't we speaking? Blanche explains how you met. Ahem. Blanche, we're over here. Jesus. Yeah, we're inside. The young man with orange hair quickly pulls you out of the wipeout and starts to explain everything to his sister. So he did it because he was scared that we were the ones out to kill him, I guess. The evil consider all others to be evil. Yeah, how could you? Pa's gonna throw you inside for 3 days and nights. Really? Perfect. Give him a good beating. Mess up his hair. How are you trying to use obviously to test out your potion of yours, you sly fox? Your opponent doesn't feel very sincere now. Well, really? That's not pretty nice. How much more is it worth? So you betrayed your companions for Mora. Sorry, me. Fuck it. Just leave it. The orange-haired young man walks over to the wipeout, extracts some of the potion you made, circles about, and then gulps it all down. That's just... I'm not gonna say it. That's just traveler bathwater. Traveler bathwater. I'm sorry, I wish I didn't say that. Hey, wouldn't that stuff be considered, oh my god! Bro, I did not know, I did not read Paimon, do not ask that question! Hey, wouldn't that stuff be considered, bathwater? Is our bathwater that amazing, Paimon? That is disgusting. Oh my god. I said that and I didn't even know. Oh my god. Oh Jesus. Fireworks!
Super freeze! Fire hazard!
Oh yeah, he's not gonna fight back.
Propagate!
He's not gonna fight back, is he? Watching that beanie got Paimon's spirits back up, that's for sure. Our hands were icicle in the wipeout and it was all your fault. So that's all there is to pure water. It feels like Pirates 1,000, 100,000 Bora paid had just become a mere 10,000. Don't push the matter to us. How could it be our problem? We're pure enough. So that's why you wanted us to test out this hydro mechanisms while you were disguised as the cabin. Nouvellette! It's Nouvellette. Have you forgotten that you're still being hunted? Power doesn't quite get you. Alex, yeah, it's probably just normal water. Right? Just water. The story about obtaining pure water from the world of purity, but wasn't that just a lie? He put the ball away? That's so intriguing. What happened next? Oh. 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 Oh, that's such a sad story. Wait, a pond with a little flower has a pond in place of that. Isn't that like over there? Or here? Is that the pond? My power really has seen it before. But she can't remember where. Do you remember? In the world of intense purity? I think I remember. You overlooked all that because you're so focused on targeting us. That's why only Blanche remembers. Yeah, yeah, that one, yeah. I remember a pond. Oh.
Step right up.
It's finally. Oh, there were so many monsters. What attracted them? It doesn't look that different from an ordinary flower. Let's collect some. What? Oh, whoops. Whoops. Huh? Oh, he sensed. Great, 10,000 more. That feels like 100,000 more. The orange head man starts working in front of the console, and the smile of rejoicing appears on his face. Well, work finally paid off. No, you contributed the most, Blanche. Nice, you kept your word. We'll gladly take it. That said, though, we only need one. What? I just gotta make me drink a pie. What? God damn it. Is that why you made the potion? Oh, what the? Let's go back. It's not safe around here. Oh boy, there she goes. Looks like you really made her mad this time. You know, we'll have to fight it. It's too dangerous out there. She's family issue. Why don't you do it yourself? So thinking about your blasted potions, huh? Paimon's got nothing to say to you. So let's go find Blanche. Wow, so he cares more about his potions than his family. Wow. 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 Sorry, let me just... Okay. I think it's going better. I think it's going better. There you are! He just wants you to live a better life. Well... Well, he's doing this because... Oh, they forgot the he. He loves you. Don't you think... He must really regret becoming a treasure hoarder? When he found you? Wait. Treasure hoarder? Well, maybe. Anyway, let's go back to first we can start Freddy. So we're not gonna ask, like, so you're not his sister? Like, are we just gonna ignore that? Okay. I guess it's, yeah, sister and mine because, yeah, they grew up together. But still, they're not, like... Yeah, okay, don't worry. Well, George, here's your fare. I'm sure you'll work something out. Don't worry. We will. Wait, did you hear something? Oh no, it's Ruth's calla lily. We have to save him! Oh, jeez. Oh my god. Uh-oh. Oh. Huh?
Now disappear.
Oh, wait, you froze her? Oh, wait. What? Is it because of the Traveler's help? So the new type doesn't even exist. New type doesn't exist. But it takes that a handwritten note and hands it over. Huh? Crappy ball fruit. Like he's like the nicer, they're like crappy ball fruit, and he's like bye. He's like bye. It's finally over, right? Phew. You've got to talk, even if you're siblings. Come on, you two. Traveler's right. It's always super important to talk stuff out. We have long conversations every day too. Pyro's got to touch base with her food fund after all. Hey, just let Pyro have this, would you? You won't truly be apart. Alright, so what do you plan to do now? Wonder what they do with the pure water. I wonder what the Fortress of Bear I wonder what the Fortress of Bear are doing with the water. It's alright, we'll meet again. We will, safe travels. Feel gotta say Palmer does feel a bit sad to see them go. But we've done something very meaningful. Palmer suddenly filled with confidence towards our future journeys, in fact. What sort of confidence? You thought of your family just now, right? It's all written all over your face. Aww. You'll definitely find it. That's what Pieward's confident in. You should have confidence in it too. When we see her, Pieward will help you talk However, after all, she only has a single male, but we have two. It's 2 against 1. Remember, New Tide said that one is completely useless when it's 2 against 1. Don't pick up that nonsense. Nonsense, Power's just cheering you on. I wish I picked the other one. God damn, I wish I picked the other one. God damn it. I'm gonna take this. It's Power's food funds. Power promised to pay the commission fees, remember? Power's super trustworthy, huh? Whatever that expression, too embarrassed to say thank you, Power. That's gotta be it. Power's heard. Pirate heard it though. That's right. You said thank you, Power, in your heart, didn't you? In that case, you're welcome. Just don't forget to put more in our food from now on, alright? Ah, look, it's Pirate's food fund. You could use it, but who wants to use it? Pirate used part of her personal food fund to pay for your commission fee. Now that you think about it, she probably has more squirreled away, doesn't she? That exclamation mark's always gonna be there, but who cares? So that was that story quest, villain. What was that? I just want to see before we watch the videos. Institute, see. I just want to see how long it takes. Oh, okay, oh, okay. Okay, so we'll do that hopefully before 4.2 then. We'll do this hopefully before 4.2. Hopefully. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so now we're going to be watching Ashikai's video and Mujin's video. We watch Mujin's first because you don't want to go through a mind exploding and then watching Mujin's. So we're going to watch Mujin's first. May make sense. Okay. Let me go to YouTube. Okay. This is.
Halloween say.
I think
It goes for 32.
everyone who
Okay, and then Mujin's video. Here it is.
Look, it doesn't take a G.
Oh, jeez.
Look, it doesn't take a genius.
Okay, let me go to the toilet and then we'll start watching, I guess. Alright. Alright, I'm excited to watch these two videos. I am excited. Okay, let's make sure. Okay. Put it at 30. 30%. Alright, alright. Okay. Sorry, let's make sure my screen's on. Okay. Let's watch, shall we?
Look, it doesn't take a genius to realize what kind of game Genshin Impact aims to be. Whether you love the game or hate it, one image would be enough to convey what the game tries to do. It tries to be wholesome, vibrant, and just in general give a feel-good vibe to whoever plays it. But even with that in mind, it doesn't mean that there hasn't been cases where players were taken aback in their seats.
By the way, it's called the horrifying glitch that scarred the Genshin community forever. Sorry, I forgot to say the title. What horrifying glitch? Is it the Nahida... What the fuck? Oh my god, no, actually I have to get off that. Is it the Nahida and Kave glitch that you could delete things from the world? Is it that one? Maybe? I don't know. Forever, by the way? Forever?
Hasn't been cases where players were taken aback in their seats at some of the horrendous things they saw in this game.
Oh my god, what the hell?
For example, you're not meant to zoom this close to a character's face. It only happens in certain situations. This is horrendous. This is real horror right here, okay?
Yes.
Like imagine you're playing one of the cutest characters in the game and all of a sudden you see this in front of you. Another example would be Albedo. During the Christmas event of 2020, a player had the misfortune of seeing Albedo in this state. Now imagine you're playing a wholesome event with nice story, nice music, and all of a sudden you see this in a cutscene. What makes it even creepier is the fact that Albedo as a character is a synthetic human who told you that if he'd ever lose control of himself,
what the fuck? That gave me chills.
Imagine seeing that come up in a cutscene randomly.
This is definitely
That's the kind
Halloween.
of horror we're talking about here. And of course you had glitches like whatever the hell this is. Like this is nightmares right here.
I'm
like,
sorry,
I can't
what
sleep
the fuck?
when I think about Ganyu in this state. Like what the hell is that? But what we're talking about in this video isn't just a one-off glitch. No, this is something way deeper than that.
What the?
This glitch is a systemic corruption of your game files to the point where the story in the game takes place in an alternate, way darker timeline. A timeline that takes these beloved wholesome characters that everyone loves and puts them in a situation that involves murder, depression, and even suicide.
Jesus!
This is the story.
Christ.
Make your dollar go further.
Oh my god. Shut up. Jesus.
A faceless Ayato. On the 10th of November, 2022, a user by the name of Kotalok123 uploaded a video in Russian with the caption of, "This was meant to be a Diana video, but then I saw something on the statue." This is what he noticed on the statue. An unknown but familiar looking figure, so he went to inspect further. At this point, the player is saying that this is Ayato, as we can confirm from the back.
I mean,
However, what they also say is that they're in single player mode and that they don't have the character unlocked, making this even creepier than it already is.
What the hell?
The video gets even creepier when the player has Ayato turn towards him to face him. The caption reads something along the lines of, "He turned to me. He has no face. I'm very scared. Help me. I downloaded Genshin from an unknown website because the official Genshin was not working." At this point, it was clear. There was something very wrong
Surely this is a lie,
with the game
right?
they downloaded. But this was the least of their worries.
Surely this is all like a joke.
Was only the beginning. The user uploaded a second video right afterwards on the same day, saying, "I just wanted to play with Diana. It's not funny. I thought Ayato was a bug." To which they find out that they're very wrong. All of a sudden they notice him again standing behind, saying in the caption, "It's him again. What is he doing? Help me please. I'm very scared." Upon closer inspection, the player says, "What's going on with him? I'm really very scared. He looks like he's going to jump. He has no face. Again, it's very scary." And scary it is indeed as we see the first close-up to the faceless
I'm so glad
Ayato.
I didn't watch this last
imagine
night.
Minding your own
Oh my
business in
god.
this world and all of a sudden encountering this in the wilderness not once, but twice so far. What would your reaction be?
Just
At this
quit the
point,
game.
we can't
at this
really
point.
conclude much
Quit
other
the
than the
game.
fact
Lock
that
all doors.
Ayato wasn't a one-off occurrence. This is the second time he shows up.
Lock all
What
doors.
then happens is something straight out of a horror movie. Because
I don't
according
like
to the
horror
player, the
movies,
recording
it's
broke off
not
as soon as
gonna
they
go well.
turned around and were greeted by an Ayato, faceless, turning around, almost as if greeting them, acknowledging their presence in a way. With the caption, "Here the recording broke off. I turned away from him, but when I turned the camera, he was looking at me. Please help me. It's very scary. It only happens at night." And even though that's extremely creepy, it was nothing compared to what he saw next. On the 11th of November,
getting
the player
chills.
uploaded a new video saying, "It happened again. I'm shaking, but this time, new character has entered the game."
Hu Tao.
Here we can see two bystanders to what appears
Oh,
to be
Ito.
pushing Ayato off a cliff, with the player
Oh,
saying,
yeah,
"This
Ito's
looks
the
like
thumbnail,
murder,
yeah.
collision from height."
Oh, yeah,
reminding
what
us
the
that they
fuck?
downloaded Genshin from an unknown website because the official download link was not working. And what's even creepier is that they were both also faceless, not just Ayato, but Ito too.
Nah,
is
this
when it
has to be
starts
some
get really
joke,
eerie,
right?
Because Ito is a beloved
That's a
character
joke,
by
right?
all who has been nothing but wholesome throughout the whole game. And here we are witnessing what appears to all who has been nothing but wholesome throughout the whole game. And here we
Yeah,
are witnessing
he put
what
the face
appears
up.
to be murder. And this marks the start of a riddle. The player opens up his character menu wanting to check the damage Diana deals, but then notices something off. The character description completely changed. This new description was talking about some sort of riddle, about how it had to be solved in order for the player to reach the long and hard path to truth.
What
They
the
had to start
hell?
by getting a key for a certain memory, and that they would find that key next to a special thing belonging to a deity.
Ah,
The player
so
then
Sachin said-
concluded that this special thing was the tree in Mondstadt that Venti, the
Oh,
deity of Anemo, loves so much. And they
I mean,
turned
there's a
out to
statue
be
there
right,
anyway.
because they were again confronted by none other than faceless Ayato, which made him wonder, does he worship this tree? There was unfortunately no key to speak of, or maybe there was, because as the player kept playing the game, they noticed something very unsettling.
What?
Another faceless Ayato had appeared, this time in one of the worst possible places you can imagine. A graveyard. The player then specified
Oh, the one behind
that he didn't just
Mondstadt.
find him in the graveyard. He just happened to be walking there, and then Ayato teleported to him on the spot, prompting
What?
the player to apparently scream. And I think anyone would have in this situation.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
walking
obviously.
a graveyard, and all of a sudden faceless Ayato teleports in front of you. They had then specified that they tried solutions to delete him from the game, but couldn't manage to do so. Faceless Ayato seemed to have become a part of his game.
What the
After
hell?
the scary development, people waited one day until the next update got posted on the 13th of November. A really lucky number. It was a video
Oh,
of the player
God.
finding faceless Ito
Oh,
guarding
God.
what seemed to be like faceless Ayato. When the player approached faceless Ayato, Ito teleported in front of him and started glowing, making it seem like Ito is trying to guard something, as if hiding it. All of a sudden, people in the comments started thinking, wait a second, is faceless Ayato the victim in the situation? And why was
Maybe.
Ito acting so suspicious?
Yeah.
What is he hiding? As people were wondering about that, the player decided to post another video in the same day. This time, he was in Mondstadt and found faceless Ayato. For the first time,
Does he have a knife?
he seemed like he was speaking to an NPC.
It's a
So
weapon.
The player approached him,
Doesn't
and
he?
as soon as he initiated dialogue, night turned into day. There were two dialogue options: "Who are you?" or "I have to go." The player chose "Who
Yeah.
are you?"
I mean, yeah.
Ayato said something about light, dark, and how the player is the keykeeper, and then immediately disappeared. Unfortunately for the player though, they barely had time to process what just happened before finding themselves in Deluxe Mansion, where they found a faceless Ayato and a faceless Ito in what seemed like a battle against Raiden Shogun, the deity of Electro.
Oh,
As the
shit!
player was looking at them fighting,
Oh, shit.
there was the very creepy occurrence of both Ayato and Ito disappearing, leaving only Raiden there in the room with them. What's even more
So
unsettling
Raiden
is
what?
that when the player turned around trying to leave the mansion, Raiden, or should I say faceless Raiden, teleported right behind them. But what does this all mean? Why is this person's game haunted this way? Who are these characters? Why are they fighting? And why are they seemingly everywhere in this Teyvat? This is where we finally start to get more pieces of the puzzle.
I don't want to look how long the video has
left. It
left.
Some sense when the player opened up his inventory to find 2 items. One being Ito's notebook and the other one being a patient log. The patient log had a very specific date, the 16th of September 2006, which was one of the reasons why some people thought this might have been inspired by a true story. The patient log described Ito coming in as a 7-year-old boy, obsessed with wanting to kill Ayato, and saying things like how Raiden is his mother. Ito's notebook, on the other hand, describes how Raiden told him that Ayato is the god of darkness and that he needed to get rid of him, otherwise he threatened all universes. The last page of the patient log described what seems like Ito being given antidepressants that are experimental and extremely strong that made him lose his mind, which prompted the doctors to kill him. So that's everything we really have about this incident. The player who made these TikToks never really confirmed the whole story. This prompted many people to start writing up their own theories about what they think happened, whether it be on TikTok, Twitter, all social media in general. People were obsessed, but after doing much research on this topic, here's the best version I could come up with of what really happened.
That looks cool.
Raiden brainwashed Ito into thinking that Ayato is the god of darkness, the cause of all problems. She then launched the Vision Hunt degree, partly because she wanted to target Ito specifically and convince him to murder Ayato. Enraged at the fact that his vision was taken and wanting to take revenge, Ito set out to murder Ayato by pushing him off a cliff. This was reported as a suicide, with Ito never being caught.
Wow.
According to Ayaka's character description in this alternate reality, she lost her mind to the darkness. She became insane at the news of her brother dying. And Ito, knowing the truth, started slowly losing his mind even more at the thought of his guilt. So he went to seek help at a clinic. He was then treated like a lab rat, given experimental antidepressants that made him go even crazier, forcing the medical team to kill him. Faceless Ayato and Faceless Ito are ghosts, haunted by their past, unable to move on, haunting Teyvat. They only come out at night and are seen in iconic places. Don't get too close, however, because once you do, they'll turn around, stare at you, and might even teleport to you. In fact, on the 10th of November of this year, 1 year since the first video was posted, coming up soon, one could only hope that your game files don't get corrupted too, and that you don't see Faceless Ayato on the statue in Mondstadt. My advice to you would be to never roam Teyvat at night, because who knows what you might encounter. Stay safe out there, and may
what's gonna happen with the story
Ayato
quest though?
never arrive to your reality.
Oh, no new band member. Oh, Sag. Amoongus? Oh my god, it's Amoongus. But god, has such a good horror
Move beyond the market.
Shut up, Spotify.
And keep
That was actually a really good video. I don't like horror stuff, so that's probably why I'm glad I didn't watch that last night, and I will save it for the live stream. But holy goddamn, that was actually a good video. Well done, Ryujin. Holy shit. So 9 days. 9 days from now. Wait. That's around when 4.2 comes out. Interesting. But anyway, that was a really good cat for muted. Alright. Now, is this gonna be another horror one? No. It's like, is this gonna be another horror one? Alright, so this one. Alright, let's get rid of this. Well done, Mujin. Well done with that. Almost at 100k, so make sure to sub to him. I know I am. So now this one. Ashikai's video. 4.1. Speculating Arlecchino's possible identity. I guess your impact theory, and it has in the thumbnail that Arlecchino could be a Hilichurl, which doesn't make sense to me because she's Fontanian and not from Kanria. Well, that's what we know so far. So I'm actually curious to see how this goes. I'm actually very curious to know where this goes.
I think everyone who does the unfinished comedy quest in Meripede has the same reaction when they learn that Caterpillar is a hilichurl. They look at his blackened hands and ask, does this mean Arlecchino is a hilichurl too? But I feel like we get too
Oh, yeah, because she has black hands. Oh, yeah, shit, true.
caught up in the shock of it all and fail to ask the bigger questions.
That is actually true.
If it's
Forgot
true
about
that she is a hilichurl and
That's
Caterpillar
why.
was meant to hint at this fact, then why did Hoyo pick Caterpillar to do it?
They both
What
have
is it
odd
that
eyes.
connects
Both have
these
really
two?
weird eyes.
Now, if you've played through the Narcissus and Kreutz world quests, then your immediate response is probably something like, well, maybe they were both kids at the Institute or both researchers at the Ordo. Which is a pretty solid hypothesis, and
It's
the most
music.
obvious one too, so it would be remiss of me not to investigate that line of thought. So, investigate I did, and boy, oh boy, have I reached some rather surprising conclusions about the true nature of hilichurlification and how Arlecchino could be connected to all of this. Emphasis on the could be, okay? This is a theory, after all, not a prophecy. Now, this video does contain a lot of spoilers for a lot of quests, the full list of which can be found in the description box, so please check that out before continuing. Let's not
should
waste
be
any
good.
more time, though. I want to
No,
talk
I
about
should-
hilichurls, and I want to talk about them right now. Hilichurls are the remains of the Tavatian people who have been cursed in some way. They have existed for thousands of years, although their
This
last
cutscene
huge
was
spike in
good.
population
This
came
cutscene was
immediately
good.
after the Conrian Cataclysm. Our source for this information is both the Codex and Dainsleif, who even goes so far as to name this curse the Curse of the Wilderness, which is a name that matters a lot, and we'll get back to it later. Now, despite it being referred to as a curse, it does seem as though the mere exposure to abyssal energy can cause a human from Tevat to transform into a hilichurl, and it's unclear if this is the case where you can get the same result through different methods, or if the abyssal exposure and the curse are somehow
Sad.
the same thing. For
Sad.
simplicity's sake, I am just going to refer to this whole transformation process as the curse for the rest of the video. And just so we're very clear, let me reiterate one more time, hilichurls are not just cursed Conrians of mixed blood. We have several instances of other ruined civilizations being turned into hilichurls. For example, Dragonspine has a celestial nail, which notoriously destroyed an important ley line tree, which then threw the entire mountain into eternal winter, destroying all of the people who lived there. The Princess's Box talks about a guy named Ugo, who was very close to the Princess of Solvindignir, and if you go up to the top of the mountain, you can find a Lawachurl who shares his name.
Oh,
And there's a very good
well,
chance it's the
interesting.
same person. Now, in this video of mine, I
Interesting.
made a case for celestial nails being used to repel the dark mud of the abyss. And in that same video, I suggested that Dragonspine had an abyssal infection and that the nail must have been sent down to fix it and missed its target. If I end up being right about that, then we could see how Ukko, and maybe every other citizen of Solvindignir, became cursed hilichurls. They had some kind of abyssal exposure. Another example is found in the deserts of Sumeru, where we have the infamous Gurabad, a city that fell to the dark abyssal powers summoned by Lilupar and her kin, also referred to as a dark plague. While it's not stated outright that the citizens of this city turned into hilichurls, there are several mentions of them turning into humanoid monsters, and in this book, which contains a legend version of the incident, it says that the people, quote, scattered amidst a world of darkness, left to become wild creatures who had lost their language and faces. Which honestly
that's a
sounds a
hilichurl.
lot like the hilichurls.
Yeah,
There's the curse of the
does.
wilderness, unable to speak in their own original languages, and masks replacing their faces. Now, this area here is called Wadi al-Majuj, and it's the remnants of Gurabad, the city that sank into the earth. We know this because during the Dirge of Bilqis quest, Lilupar identified this area as Gurabad, and this matters because of the word Majuj. According to the Academia Investigation Team report and logs, the word Majuj refers to, quote, bizarrely shaped creatures and the innocent survivors of that ancient country transformed somehow. And there just so happens to be a theorized celestial nail inside that desert sandstorm, perhaps sent to combat the dark power released in Gurabad. This is, of course, assuming it wasn't the same nail used to transform the rainforest into a desert thousands of years prior. It could be either or both. Time is kind of funny that way. But either way, are you starting to see a little bit of a pattern? A dark wave of abyssal energy perhaps transforming all these people into hilichurls? Well, let's keep going. The word Majuj is actually the Arabic name for Magog, as in the Abrahamic Gog and Magog. These names can be used to refer to individuals, tribes, or even locations depending on what religious text you're looking at, and in Genshin, this is the name used to refer to hilichurls in the desert. In other words, the people of Gurabad are the hilichurls in the desert of Sumeru. Funnily enough, this might actually be where hilichurls got their name. It's said that at the end of days, Gog and Magog will descend from every hill, and that kind of makes them the people of the hills, or hill people, which is what hilichurls are called in Chinese. I bring up the Abrahamic influences not just to point out how hilichurls are made of people from all over Teyvat, but also because of their relationship with floods. And floods are a big theme of Fontaine.
Yes.
See, Gog and Magog is sometimes used to refer to the descendants of the prophet Nuh, or rather Noah, as in Noah's Ark. In this way, hilichurls are allegorically survivors of the flood. And since the story of Noah's Ark is related to the primordial one via the book Before Sun and Moon, hilichurls can therefore only be made of the people of the primordial one. This is likely why pure Conrians, who are not people of the primordial one, do not turn into hilichurls. It's also worth mentioning that during the end of days, the Gog and Magog will side with Satan in a cataclysmic battle. And I don't know if you know about this, but in Revelations, Satan is described as a 7-headed dragon wearing 7 crowns that will break free of his 1,000-year imprisonment in the underworld. You know, like a dragon king that's been sealed underground. Given all the lore that we're getting about the Dragon Sovereigns and Celestia, which belongs to the primordial one, by the way, this feels important. Now, keep in mind that the Dragon King, Nibelung, sought out the power of the Abyss, so he's Abyss-aligned right now, and during the Caribert quest, we watched the hilichurls bow in reverence to an imprisoned Abyss-aligned entity. So I think it's reasonable to assume that the hilichurls are or would side with the dragons if war broke out. Now, because of his imprisonment in the underworld and for many other reasons, Satan is often associated with the dead or even the undead, and that got me thinking. See, it feels weird to me that every person from these ancient civilizations are still alive somehow as hilichurls, because if a civilization is destroyed, then wouldn't it just make more sense that the people there are just dead instead of cursed? Why go through the trouble of cursing them? Unless the curse and death are the same thing. After all, isn't it commonly agreed upon in most cultures that death happens when mind and body separate? And if that's the case, then hilichurls are kind of like special zombies, right? I mean, abyssal exposure is considered fatal, so what if the curse is just like quarantine? The people died, but they're infected with abyssal energy or like forbidden knowledge, and we know how damaging that stuff can be to critical infrastructure like Irminsul, right? So let's say the Abyss kills somebody. Their mind leaves their body, but their body isn't allowed to die conventionally because it's contaminated. So it just continues to live on and exist, operating on fundamental physical needs like eating, sleeping, exercising, utilizing muscle memory to reenact aspects of their former life. After all, their mind might be gone, but their brain is still there. It's like an operating system with no software. I want to continue exploring this idea further, but before we do that, we need to shift our focus back to the apocalyptic floods and get some new context. Fontaine has brought us a lot of lore surrounding 2 main themes: floods and the circumstances of death. I said earlier that hilichurls were the survivors of a great flood, but they're not the survivors of every flood. Even if they're the undead or transformed bodies of the people who survived the flood that destroyed the entire world at the beginning of time, they became the victims of floods of abyssal power much later on, right? But in Fontaine, there is no abyssal flood that we know of, only primordial water. If you're watching this, you've definitely done parts 1 through 4 of Fontaine's Archon quest, so you should know what primordial water does.
Yes.
It dissolves the bodies of the people of Fontaine and nobody else. But the people of Fontaine are also able to reappear within Fontaine's waters under certain circumstances, like in the case of Vignier, where she and dozens of other women merged their consciousnesses together to form an Oceanid after their bodies were destroyed by primordial water. Since the people of Fontaine's bodies are completely soluble.
And then we went into an insane cutscene, which came out of nowhere, and I didn't expect it, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, God.
By primordial water. Since the people of Fontaine's bodies fact, are completely soluble, it made me wonder if the people of Fontaine are merely minds without actual bodies. So something that the Nartzen focuses on is the idea of separating the mind from the body. In fact, it's the focal point of René's research. He wanted to save everyone in Fontaine from the apocalyptic flood by merging all of their minds into one bodiless entity, shedding their physical forms and thus avoiding the inevitable apocalypse. Essentially, he wanted to turn everyone in Fontaine into one giant Oceanid-like thing, okay? Now, during his research, he played with the idea of extracting people's minds from their bodies and putting them into robot bodies. But because his mechanical genius friend Elaine wouldn't help with that, he abandoned the idea for the Oceanid one. But René was not the first person to try this crazy idea. The god king Remus, who ruled ancient Fontaine, tried this process once already. He created golems from immortal stone, and he powered them with an ichor, which contained the lives and soul of his people. And he made that ichor from primordial water, by the way. He was a mad lad. So insert my obligatory Deshret mention here, because he too tried to separate the mind from the body with the golden slumber. So this idea isn't necessarily unique to Fontaine. It just might be that Remus succeeded where Deshret didn't get that far yet. We're gonna come back to this idea a little bit later. One of René's noteworthy associates was named Carter, and he had an illness that sounds an awful lot like Elazar, of all things. And this is important because Elazar was caused by forbidden knowledge, which is basically just abyss juice from Sumeru. And if it really was Elazar that he had, then it makes sense that his condition got seriously worse when René tried to use his own abyssal research to cure him. After the treatment, Carter's body tissues began to collapse and his body mutated in a way that René could not confidently pinpoint where his vocal cords were. Eventually, René stripped Carter of his mind and had it absorbed into the bodiless entity he called the Master. Now, this is never confirmed explicitly in-game, but I don't think it will take much to convince you that the boy in Meripede, named Caterpillar, or Catter, is actually Carter, reborn by René's hands as originally planned. Not a robot body, but an organic one, a hilichurl body, which makes Catter a hilichurl with its mind restored. A bit like Kari Bear, but also a little bit different. See, Kari Bear had his mind restored, but it was in the same state it was in when he died. So his expectations of what his body should be and what it actually was didn't match, and that resulted in a mental breakdown. Catter, on the other hand, had a total support system, as well as his memories almost completely wiped, possibly an after effect of being absorbed by the collective consciousness that he called a master. So he was able to accept his body and his reality, and that let him form an entirely new identity as Caterpillar instead of Carter. But here's the thing. Prior to this whole rebirth stuff, Carter's body was already dying. His death was probably inevitable, even before the abyssal treatment, especially if his symptoms line up with Elazar. Now we know from Dunyazad that Elazar was both incurable and terminal, so by that logic, his body should have died, right? And yet here he is, completely reborn as a hilichurl. I would like to take a moment to point out that the name Carter literally means foreigner, and he was inflicted with Elazar, potentially, and that should be a Sumerian affliction. And since René had already tested this abyssal treatment successfully on Jacob, who was pure Fontainian, I can only assume that Carter was from Sumeru and not Fontaine, which is why the treatment did not work on him and instead exacerbated his condition, replicating the effects of the Dark Plague that destroyed Gurabad and turned those people into hilichurls. In other words, Carter had both a body and mind, while Fontainians like René and Jacob might only have a mind and an illusory body. This might be why Jacob can transform into an abyssling, an entity that appears to be made out of black immortal stone with a colorful liquid or ichor running through it. Thanks for that, Remus. My big point here is that Carter died, but Renee was able to manually remove and salvage his mind for a manual rebirth. A closer look at Carter's humanoid form supports this idea that he's not exactly alive in the traditional sense, too. Blackened limbs can be a sign of gangrenous necrosis or death of the bodily tissue. Basically, the blood doesn't flow to your limbs properly, and your limbs begin to turn black, and then they rot. There's no saving the limbs at this point, and the best you can do is just cut them off, which is basically what Celestia does to Hilichurls, cuts them off from the cycle of death and rebirth. So maybe the people who are infected with the Abyss are providing some kind of cosmic necrosis. He also has dark eyes with no light in them, and that's a very common indicator of someone who is dead or dying in popular media. It's a trope called empty eyes. So, okay, all of this is great information. I just love the fact we're pummeling the reanimated corpses of the former citizens of Tibet, but you're probably wondering how I got from Hilichurls or rotting zombies all the way to Arlecchino. You know, apart from the fact that she and Catter have the same discolored limbs and power of verbal persuasion. So here goes. Most of Renee's research that wasn't focused on the Abyss seems to be aimed at Oceanids for their ability to merge together and split apart at will, as it gave him insight into how bodiless minds could theoretically function. To understand this, he leveraged the assistance of an Oceanid named Lyris, the director of the Nartzenkreuz orphanage that Renee grew up in. I have to start this section off with a small disclaimer. This Oceanid here and the humanoid Marianne both are and are not Lyris and Marianne at the same time. See, around 400 years ago, both Lyris and Marianne were present during a big explosion inside of Elenus, which killed Marianne. The thing is, Lyris seems to have done something that allowed Marianne to gain an Oceanid form, and I think that entity then created the tiny Oceanid that we call Anne. We don't know what happened to Lyris after that, and that actually matters a lot. This is because in the quest, Anne calls Marianne Princess Lyris, and she calls the Oceanid a dragon, despite neither of these things being either of those things. It's kind of like how this boar is actually a dog. So what I'd like you to take away from all of this confusing nonsense is that the Oceanid form is metaphorically considered a dragon in this case, and the body of Lyris is still missing. Believe it or not, Lyris is the key that connects the Nartzenkreuz Ordo to the Hilichurls, and for that to make any sense at all, we need to know a lot more about Lyris. So we'll start with the one piece of information that we do have, which is her name. Because apparently the other way to read her name in Chinese isn't Lyris but Lilith, and I think Lyris was chosen here because it's the name of an Oceanid from Greek mythology, which would make this a pun in true Hoyo style. Now, there's a lot of history around the character of Lilith and the Lilins, but one Judaic story about her really stood out to me. In the Zohar, Lilith was considered barren and could not have children on her own in the normal way, and soon after realizing her condition, she flew up to heaven and clung to the cherubim, angels who are said to look like very small children. She apparently fed off their energy, and God got annoyed with it and cast her into the sea, forbidding her from ever returning to the cherubim, and also making her really angry in the process. It's kind of the perfect story for an orphanage director, don't you think? Especially since Oceanids need permission to obtain the helix split that they use for reproduction and otherwise can't or are not allowed to reproduce at all. In this way, we could say that Lyris was a mother taking care of the children of others since she couldn't have children for herself, just like Lilith tried to do. Initially, anyway. Now, in my very first theory about Arlecchino, which looks at her historical inspirations rather than mythological ones, I did propose that she could be based on a cherubim angel in the same way that Columbina is based on a seraphim, pointing out the number of feathered wings in her hair and brooch as evidence. And well, wouldn't you know it, in the Talmud, Lilith is said to look a bit like the cherubim as well. So with this admittedly tenuous connection between Lilith and Arlecchino, is it at all possible that Lyris and Arlecchino are the same person in some capacity? And how the heck did we get from the bodiless Oceanid to a Hilichurl? Well, let's look at
Bro,
the
this
evidence.
is so confusing. Holy
Lyris
shit.
and Arlecchino are both references to Alice in Wonderland. Lyris is the Red Empress, or rather, the Red Queen, while Arlecchino is supposed to be the knave who was put on trial for stealing the tarts of the Queen of Hearts. And I swear to God, if tarts ends up being a pun for tart aglia, I'm going to be so mad. But the rest of the Arts and Crafts Institute is also full of Alice in Wonderland references. The Poem of the Jabberwock, the Anne in Wonderland achievement, thematic tea parties, nonsensical talking animals, and of course, our good friend Carter, codenamed Caterpillar. Now, Arlecchino and Caterpillar have a few odd things in common, notably their eyes, which lack any light, their blackened limbs, odd markings, and strange powers of persuasion. This has led many to believe that Arlecchino, like Carter, is also a hilichurl. And I'm inclined to agree. See, in the Institute of Natural Philosophy, you can find this letter that says, "The lizard's bones dissolved into mud, from which swans emerged." Lizard, in this case, is a dragon. And as we established earlier, oceanids are metaphorical dragons. The mud here is likely dark mud, abyssal goo, the same stuff that hilichurls melt down into when they finally disappear once and for all. This is kinda similar to how Carter's death and rebirth is described as well. And when his rebirth is finished, he took the shape of a hilichurl with feathered accessories and a bird-shaped mask, kind of like a swan, stretching it a little bit, but come on, these are stock hilichurl models. But swans do seem to be Arlecchino's primary design inspiration. So I suppose you could take the phrase literally. The dragon dissolved and was reborn as a swan. The oceanid became the hilichurl. This Tumblr thread does an excellent job showcasing how similar parts of Arlecchino's design are to that of a black and white swan, as well as Odette from the ballet Swan Lake and even the movie Black Swan. The Laughing Man also made an excellent video on this topic, which you should totally watch. There's a link in the description. And when you really start to dig into the meat of the theory, you begin to notice some things. For example, Odette was the swan princess, kind of like Princess Lyris. She was depicted as a white swan, while Odile was depicted as a black swan. Now, both roles were usually played by the same dancer or actress, hence Arlecchino's black and white palette. Plus, the name Odette ends up becoming another pun because Arlecchino's title as father in Russian is actually Otet's.
Oh my god.
Odette? You get it? I cannot believe that we've hit the point of Hoyoverse lore where puns are viable points of evidence for theories, but then again, they made Bohemian Rhapsody the character when they made Scaramouche, so I guess this is just how life is now. Anyway, Fontaine actually has two swans in its lineup of creatures, a black swan and a white swan. I know it says geese, but swans and geese share a family, so I'm thinking they're swans because they look more visually similar than they do geese. Now, the description of the black swan says that their coloring made people believe that they had been cursed, like Odette and the hilichurls, and therefore they were bad omens. But over time, Fontainians began to associate them with people who were ill-regarded at inception, but proved to astonish with the passing of time. Fitting, since symbolically, black swans represent changing your own personal circumstances from victim to victor. Funnier still, she takes a lot of design inspiration from a Honkai Impact character named Raven, who also runs an orphanage and is associated with birds. And you know who's likely associated with ravens? Noah, obviously. He released a raven to find land before he released the dove. But, more relevant, probably, is Caterpillar's friend, Lenore. Now, Edgar Allan Poe's famous poem, The Raven, tells the story of a man tormented by a raven over his memories of his dead lover, Lenore. Now, given Odette's fairly tragic end, since the prince shoots her with a bow unknowingly, and then they commit ritual suicide at the very end of the whole thing, I can get behind the vibes.
Jesus.
But the relation between Caterpillar and Lenore makes me suspicious that Lenore is an allegory for Lyris, since Caterpillar is also the one to tell us about Lyris as the Red Empress. And the name Lenore is actually super interesting, as the only reference I could find to the game's chosen spelling was actually a reference to the character Cosette from Les Miserables. She was also a character who started off the victim. She was young, neglected, and abused, and she was taken in by her foster father, and eventually she became the victor when she was finally united with her true love. Cosette also gets called a lark, while Lenore gets called a skylark. And yeah, it's time for some more puns. Lenore can also be a reference to L.A. Noire with all the whodunit mysteries in Fontaine, as well as Arlecchino's role as an investigator. Lenore can also be spelled Lenore.
Hold on. Jesus Christ. God damn it. Oh,
Arlecchino's role as an investigator.
God, these are so bad, they're good.
Lenore can also be spelled Lenore, which means black, kind of like noir, but when spelled in the way of Edgar Allan Poe, it would be Lenore, which means torch, bright, or light. Now, in the game, Lenore's mother's name is Agnes, which is Greek and means pure or holy. It's a very loose connection at best, but reading this reminded me of Laughing Man's argument about how the ancient land of Remuria was tied to the goddess Vesta, or maybe the Vestal Virgins, the pure priestesses of the goddess. Remus and Romulus were said to have been born from a Vestal Virgin, and since Remus is the king of ancient Fontaine, perhaps Vesta can be viewed more as his mother, literally or figuratively. As far as pure maidens that serve her or priestesses go, I feel like that fits the Oceanids who are all about purity, which could easily tie back to Lyris. There's just one problem. Vesta was a fire goddess, not a water goddess. In other videos, I have proposed this idea that the 5 types of artifacts in our inventory represent the primordial one as logos, and its 4 shades of life, death, time, and space, each corresponding to a suit from the tarot deck. That's not a stretch either. The tarot thing is confirmed by Hoyo in an interview. So the flower of life should represent the shade of life, who is credited with creating Agaria from the primordial sea as per the lore of the Fontaine wind gliders. Flowers in tarot are the wand's suit, and wands are fire. Therefore, Vesta should align with the shade of life, especially because she was a fertility goddess associated with flowers and agriculture. Now, more specifically, Vesta was the goddess of the home and the hearth, and Arlecchino is the director of the House of Hearth. And the fire affinity should explain Arlecchino's pyro vision. Now, there's just one last piece to this puzzle. If Lyris was an Oceanid, why does she have a hilichurl body? Well, I don't have the best answer for this, but I think it's very possible that when Lyris went to Sumeria with Agaria to fight off the Abyss during the Cataclysm, she did not come back in very good shape. Water is easily corrupted and tainted, so I'm thinking that maybe she lost a lot of her powers and the only way to get them back was to go through a type of rebirth by being absorbed into the master being that Renee created. Perhaps the only way she could be stabilized with all that abyssal goo in her was to be reborn into a human body. Once a body is dead, it's kind of hard for the Abyss to make it worse, right? So she would have been the bodiless dragon, getting melted down into abyssal goo, and then getting reborn as the swan. This process would have given her a brand new hilichurl body and made her quite similar to Carter. They both have pale hair, blackened limbs, lightless eyes with comical red X's in them for extra emphasis on the dead part. And maybe the rebirth process screwed up her memories a little bit, kind of like Carter. Maybe there were a lot of things that she forgot in the beginning, but slowly recalled over time as her mind adjusted to the new body she'd been given. And through all of that, she somehow still maintained her fierce love of her children and somehow even managed to find her way back to being a director of an orphanage. So once again, the metaphorical dragon Lyris died and her mind was placed into a hilichurl body, therefore becoming Arlecchino the Swan. Caterpillar then referred to her as the Red Empress instead of by her name Lyris due to her new body, just like how he used a new name instead of Carter. They had both been reborn and therefore needed new identities. And remember, the hilichurl body is supposed to be a type of curse, like how Odette was cursed into the body of a swan. You can almost see her as a vengeful spirit of sorts, a ghost from the past clinging to some semblance of life in order to put things right once again. And given that Lyris went to fight with Agaria during the Cataclysm and was one of the few to return alive, it's likely then that she knew the full extent of Agaria's prophecy once upon a time, just like Farina does. And if Arlecchino really is Lyris, then her bitterness towards Farina makes some sense. Farina is most likely an Oceanid herself, and the one Agaria chose or created to save the people of Fontaine. But Arlecchino doesn't see the results of Farina's efforts, so her frustration or bitterness is understandable. She probably thinks she should have been the one entrusted with the task instead. After all, she loves the people of Fontaine in her own way. She could definitely protect them all at a moment's notice if only she could just get her hands on that Gnosis.
Yeah.
Or so she believes. In this way, I can
Sure.
see Arlecchino as being well-intentioned when it comes to the people of Fontaine, since in some ways they are also her adoptive children. But even so, I think there's a reason why Agaria chose Farina, and as enthusiastic or desperate as Arlecchino or Lyris is, I don't think there's much she can do even if she had the Gnosis. I think it's time to lay the ghosts of the past to rest. I still have enough material on Hilitrolls to make an additional deep dive video on them, and I still might, but I was inspired and I wanted to get these thoughts out before 4.2 drops, so here you go. I don't know how likely it is that Arlecchino and Lyris are really related, but there was enough evidence to make me go, and I have to share that feeling with all of you guys because that's what I do. I have some more thoughts to share on a different Harbinger, however, as we witness the glory that are my channel members as they scroll on by, so behold and be amazed. But my thoughts are thus. During one of my older Harbinger videos, I pitched 2 ideas about one character. The first was that Guizhang was Sandrone, and the second was that the big robot was Sandrone, and he was one of Guizhang's robots that missed his master after she died and gained sentience and made a robot copy of her, like a marionette. But I now think I had the right math but the wrong numbers. I still think the big guy is Sandrone, not the little girl, but now I think the big guy might be Elaine Guillotine, and the girl is a robot copy of his dead sister Marianne, mostly because Hoyo loves puns and Marionette. Get it? Plus, Elaine was already kind of a mechanical genius studying robotics and developing his own neural networks, and he went a little nuts after his sister died. There are these interactables in this one lab that seem to be about him, and they imply that as an old man, he tried to put his brain into a robot, and he might have succeeded. And if that's true, it would explain Sandrone's weird hatred towards Child, even though Child says he's done nothing wrong, and why Scaramouche says that all he makes is broken stuff. Like, maybe the mind transfer wasn't perfect. Maybe his brain glitches sometimes, you know? With faulty old neural networks. So, yeah, there's that. Anyway, one more quick shout out to Laughing Man because this guy finds more obscure historical and mythological references than I do most of the time, so do check out his channel because I think his videos are criminally underrated. Anywho, I hope you're all excited for the Archon Quest conclusion in 4.2. I am ready to have so many theories proved right or wrong, so thank you all so much for watching and supporting this channel. Happy Halloween, guys, and I will see you next
happy
time.
Halloween.
Bye-bye.
Happy Halloween. Jeez, man. My God, I'm sorry. I have no idea what just happened. That was so confusing for me. I still don't even know what happened. All I know is Farina could be. Oh, but jeez, that was a lot. Oh my God, Ashley Kite does make such good videos, but my God, sometimes I have no idea what the hell is going on. But yeah, I hope everyone did enjoy this stream. Make sure to follow and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Yeah, it's gonna be the end of the stream, and yeah, I'll see everyone in the next one. With leaving you with this. Bye.